On one side, it's going to be more challenging to the arm balance. You'll notice that. No problem.
Spread your toes.
Active energy through your feet. Nice.
Yeah.
Good.
Very nice. They all make it look so easy, don't they?
Rock stars. So, start right from here. So, see how your hands just spinning out wide like that? That sounds really challenging. Have your fingers just fall. Yeah.
Really nice.
You don't want to miss.
Start. I don't put my elbow like far enough, so then you know, like this is another.
Squeeze your fingertips.
So I like to walk over, right? And then you have you start with this side. Bottom up, and you can do one, and or you can start with, so do it 2 points in connection, right?
Look at me as much.
And then all you're going to do is you're going to put your hips up on this elbow, and then you just continue to shift forward without lifting away up.
I know.
And then once you're here, you say, extend the back leg.
I try to get out my
So start with the elbow a little higher. Bend your elbows back into your knee, into your elbow.
Yeah. I see it. It's there.
One side, I can do it on one side, I can do it on the other side. Special side. Next one. Fred, you encourage hips up high first to start a little bit. As you bend the elbows back, look for her.
A little bit, but it's hard for people to get their hips high. I mean, you don't. So if you're up here, you don't want to be like up here because you lose this connection. So basically, once you fuse this connection, you get your hips as high as you can, but it's not going to be very high. I mean, I don't think our hips can even come higher than that without the knees coming up.
So here, you would, I would
Knees forward.
No.
Okay, good. Start with your elbow on your
I already feel like it just.
Yep. So fuse this connection. Yep. Good. And your elbow slightly. Look forward. Press forward. Look. Looking up. Now just draw weight into your fingertips. So you're slide below your elbow. You have to have your bum on your bicep, on your tricep. Yeah.
I think it's.
Good. Gaze up. Slow.
Yeah. Yeah, Nadine. Nice. Now stand. Yeah. Spread. Wake up your.
yeah, I either do like just keep it in.
Just keep it in.
Sometimes I need to like really, or I need a longer.
Yeah. Nice, Karen.
I'm short of wind. Parts.
It's challenging.
It is.
Like, one leg or like legs? Yeah, before you start. Elbows first.
Anybody have any questions so far?
So you started it doing, making both connections over, both elbows on. Oh no. So you're doing it, I find it more challenging that way first. And the bottom leg goes out first.
No, the bottom leg doesn't come off. You just extend it.
That would be your own arm balance then.
That's hard.
Oh, totally. You can do that, puppy. We're going to name that. Catnip, the whole bit.
Oh, he did it. He did it.
Show off. I can't do that shit. Why do you think I Let me see what you do.
That's hard.
Well, it's like these guys. I got to get a picture of them doing what they were doing earlier. They were like on one arm. Oh, let's say go for it.
We can do one arm. Extend your bottom leg first. Just straighten your bottom leg. Yes.
There you go.
Yeah. Awesome.
Nice breathing.
We have to do yoga when we do this? Crazy.
Very nice. Very nice. Guys. Oh, so start with like, so if you watch Nadine, so she has this elbow is not connected to the hip. So if you start like, I like this side I can do both, the other side not too much. So here, I think it's easier to start with the elbow on on both. Then, like I say, you're just shifting. And then if you have it here, maybe then you begin to expand, taking the one leg out and back. And then you can take yourself over. Before, and then you can do just the side pro with the one on, but you're still working the scissors and everything. Yeah. Am I good? Yeah. Yeah, so bottom legs, you get out toward the knee. Right. Yeah, that was really good. Right, so here, like this side is like, I think it's fatter on the left side. Why are your arms straight?
So, stand up again.
There you go. I have to get my hands high on my biceps.
And then try to equal pressure on each elbow. Your hips, yes. Now, gaze forward. And tip into full finger. Yeah. It's hard.
Yeah, swing your feet maybe and spread them. Spread your toes. So I think you're better off flat. I mean, would you agree? A lot of you guys look like your feet are sleepy.
Yeah. We like
And when your feet are asleep, then you're not hugging the muscles around the bones, like you're not contracting in, right?
Yeah, it's squeezing in. It's like from the skin
Like she just did it. It was
into the
really
bone.
nice.
Yeah. The more energized you are on your legs, the easier it is for it to find lightness.
I'm just waiting for you to say it, so I think they're permanently like that.
Even just walking around.
Well, because but you know the thing is that when you do it and you notice like Nadine just did it and her feet were sleepy, you'll find that that's like you get power there. I don't know, actually.
You want energy everywhere.
It's like, it's like fired up, like, right? See, she ignites her feet before she even goes.
Yep.
Nadine, see how her feet are?
Yeah.
Now, use your belly and chaturanga.
Yeah.
But those shoulders are a little bit low. But that's okay.
I'm going.
But I feel like I go, and I just slide, like my legs just slide behind every time.
So you haven't committed to the so if you start with both. Okay, so here, right?
Shift weight more towards your left elbow.
Like she said,
Shift
up
this
and
way
then
more as you come
forward,
up.
shift weight and fingertip.
So you get centered.
Belly strong. Then start to spread.
Like this is hard for me to switch.
We're going to work on that one.
Yes. One on the back side.
Knees together. That's easier on this.
Okay.
I take your left elbow and scooch it down a little bit back. There you go. Yeah. Now squeeze your knees, your inner thighs together. So seriously, so come back with it one more time. Yeah, you gotta get those boobs out of the way.
I know. In the way.
So here, like I would say, try to get your, so this is what I was saying and I asked Brian, like I would encourage you to get your hip up a teensy bit so that you can, because this was a problem for me, to get this guy a little bit higher up. That's
why I feel like I
for more
should-
stability.
Okay, you
Is that
want
right?
as high up on your tricep as you can.
So I shouldn't go down.
Well, I start with my heels out with them because, like I said, I got my little muffin top and come over the way.
Here.
Yeah, I like those close up, but
Yeah.
really nice. Yeah, I can enjoy trying higher up on your triceps.
That's closer. Okay. So I'm like,
Any questions from anybody so far? Was harder, easier?
Harder.
Harder?
Also.
Yeah, for me it's harder, but for a
And
lot
then,
of people
like
that I've
saying,
taught,
going,
it's been easier just in finding that weight shift for whatever reason. Because there's a little bit more accessibility to your pelvis than in crow where it's kind of like everything bunches up a little bit. So it's different depending on your hip opening and so forth.
2 points of contact on your arm. Like I found it easier to just have one arm touching.
Yeah.
The back arm should touch as well.
No, that's stage 1, so that's,
So like when I do it,
yeah,
I
good.
have my arm out.
That's a
like
more
this.
advanced variation.
I couldn't do it with my
Yeah.
arm back here. It was hard.
That's like more beginner stage,
Okay.
and this is like next level.
And most people that are on one side can do the other.
Yep.
I can only do the side.
Yeah, for me to go to this side is 100 times more challenging.
Are you right-handed or
I'm righty.
Yeah, but you have that
You guys do your wrists on the like stretch out
Yeah,
your
so for me
wrists.
to twist
While he's
into
doing
that is challenging. I mean, I can do it, but it's hard, or much
Yeah.
harder. My hip is a lot tighter on that side too.
sweat? I usually am.
Yeah, I don't know, Brian, if you would agree. One of the ways I remember Anna Forrest would say at house,
Yep.
even to have people start like crisscross and come down.
Yeah.
So like that's how I learned it. Like you might find even starting in crisscross with your ankles, Krista. I don't know what it does, or if it just integrates more through your legs to hug into your midline. So then when you go, and then whether or not you do one
Yep.
or both arms, but you're able to with the toes, so your legs are hugging in. Then you don't remember
That's definitely a great way. Like, play with the different like variations because we're each gonna have our way that feels better.
That makes sense.
But the name of the game is to find this hugging action as much as you can. Whatever way you can find that, I encourage you to do that.
You gonna do GT next? Blocks?
Except not after, the one after
With
this.
blocks?
Yeah.
I like blocks.
Yeah, I have to have
I
blocks.
have blocks.
Okay. Next one we're going to do is Ekapada Kundanyasana, which is Firefly. So, to show you what Firefly is, and so this is a function of hip opener as well. So my leg really doesn't straighten that much. Hamstring and hip, kind of tight. So this is Firefly, right? Both sides. Okay, so how to come into that? This is one where I see a lot of people kind of disintegrate their upper body to try to get into this. And so I like to land before you even do it, like really make it a point to keep the integrity of chaturanga in your upper body. So what happens most often is people try to set up, they're fighting to lift their back leg up, they're fighting, and all of a sudden it looks like this when they try to get their back leg up, right? And so, again, damaged shoulder. That's what I call that pose. We don't like that pose. Okay, so how to come into this pose is just like every other pose we've done. It's simply tipping weight, right? So to set up in this pose, you're in your high push-up. Draw your knee. I like to get my knee up to my shoulder as high as I can, and then I bend my elbows to create the little shelf. This leg extends to its degree.